Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. If you're new, make sure to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any future updates. This message is a general one, so remember to take what resonates with you and leave the rest behind. Not everything will apply to everyone, but the parts that speak to you might hold some deeper truths for your journey. I'm picking up on an energy where someone had a deep connection with a person or maybe a group, and it feels like this connection was important to you. This could have been a relationship, a job, or even a place where you spent a lot of time, but the energy I'm sensing leans more toward a romantic relationship. It's something that happened in your past, but is still affecting you today. You were involved with someone who, at the time, couldn't really see the real you. It wasn't that you were hiding who you were. In fact, you were being your most genuine self. You were open, honest, and vulnerable, which is rare for a lot of people these days. Unfortunately, the person you were with couldn't handle that kind of authenticity. They were so used to dealing with fake people or people who weren't true to themselves that when they met someone, real someone like you, they didn't know how to handle it. In their eyes, your honesty and openness seemed too good to be true. They thought you were pretending or playing a role, but in reality, you were just being yourself. This person had been through their own struggles and may have had a lot of experiences with people who weren't genuine. So when they met you, someone who was offering real love, care, and support, they couldn't accept it. They doubted your sincerity because they weren't used to that kind of realness. It's almost like they were afraid of it, like they didn't know what to do with someone who was showing them true love. As a result, they began to push you away, even though all you wanted to do was love and support them. It's one of those situations where it felt like you met the right person at the wrong time. And I know that's a frustrating feeling. It's hard when you know you could have had something beautiful, but the timing just wasn't right. In reality, it wasn't just about timing, it was also about them not being ready. They weren't ready to receive the love and care you were giving them. It's not that they didn't want it, it's just that they didn't know how to handle it. They hadn't healed from their own past, and they weren't in a place where they could accept the love you were offering. You gave this person your all, you loved them deeply, and you supported them in ways that they probably hadn't experienced before. But they couldn't handle it. They couldn't believe that someone could love them so deeply and honestly. So over time, you had no choice but to walk away. You realized that no matter how much love you gave, it wasn't going to be enough if they couldn't accept it. When you walked away, you took back your love, your care, and your energy, and you began to focus on yourself. This was a powerful moment for you because in focusing on yourself, you became even stronger. You realized that you didn't need to stay in a situation where your love wasn't appreciated or understood. You learned that your value doesn't decrease just because someone else can't see it. Now, the energy I'm picking up is that this person is talking negatively about you. They may be spreading rumors or speaking badly about you to others. They're doing this because they still don't understand what they lost when you walked away. You were a blessing in their life, but they weren't ready to see that. Instead of admitting that they weren't ready for someone like you, they're projecting their insecurities and hurt onto you by talking badly about you. It's important to remember that their words don't define you. You know your truth. You know that you were a blessing in their life and that you gave them everything you could. Just because they weren't ready for it doesn't mean that you did anything wrong. In fact, it's a reflection of their own inability to accept love, not a reflection of you. If this was a romantic relationship, I'm also picking up that this person may have hurt you in some way. They may have betrayed your trust or even cheated on you, but despite all of that, you forgave them. You showed them a level of forgiveness that they probably didn't expect. They couldn't believe that someone could love them enough to forgive them after what they had done. But that's just who you are. You have a heart that's capable of deep love and forgiveness even when others don't deserve it. The problem was this person hadn't healed from their past. They were still carrying wounds from previous relationships or experiences. And because of that, they couldn't fully appreciate the love you were giving them. They weren't ready to heal and they weren't ready to let go of their past pain. So even though you were like a light guiding them toward healing and love, they weren't ready to follow. You were a gift in their life, but they weren't able to accept it. It's like you were offering them everything they needed, but they couldn't see it for what it was. They doubted your intentions and they questioned whether your love was real. But you know in your heart that it was. You know that you gave them your most authentic self, and that's something to be proud of no matter how things turned out. Now, as you move forward, know that this experience has made you stronger. You've learned valuable lessons about love, boundaries, and self worth. You've realized that you deserve to be with someone who can accept and appreciate the love you have to offer. You deserve to be with someone who sees your value and isn't afraid of your authenticity. And for the person who couldn't accept your love, they'll come to realize what they lost. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but eventually they'll look back and see that you were a blessing in their life. But by then, you'll have moved on, stronger and more confident than ever before. So, if this message resonates with you, know that you are on the right path. Keep focusing on yourself, keep growing, and keep loving with an open heart. The right person who is ready to accept your love will come into your life when the time is right. Until then, trust in the journey and know that you are exactly where you're meant to be. It started out as fun and games. You thought they were just messing around, so you played along, but deep down you were being sincere. Your feelings were real, and you were hoping theirs were too. But now looking back, you realize that this person from your past wasn't as honest with you as you were with them. They hid things from you, maybe even parts of themselves, and you didn't see it at the time. You gave them the benefit of the doubt because you believed in them, but now it's clear that they weren't being truthful. At the time, you probably didn't know how much was going on behind the scenes. You didn't realize they were keeping secrets from you, and maybe you trusted them more than they deserved. Now, things have changed. You've moved on with your life and you've stopped talking to them. But here's the thing now that you're not in their life anymore, they feel it. They realize that they've lost something incredibly special. That something is you. This person is thinking a lot about the past, about the moments you shared and the love that was once there. They regret not being more honest with you. And now that they've had time to reflect, they see how much they've lost. They thought they could hide things from you and still keep you close, but that's not how it works. You deserve better. And now they understand that. They're even thinking about coming back into your life, hoping to ask for forgiveness and make things right. But here's where things get tricky. Along with their emotional struggles, they're also dealing with financial problems. It seems like karma has caught up to them. They're going through tough times, and it's partly because of how they treated you. When someone messes with a good person, especially someone as protected as you are, there are consequences. And now they're paying the price. Your ancestors who have been watching over you want you to recognize something important. They want you to see how much your life has improved since you walked away from this person. While they're facing loss and hardship, you've been experiencing success and abundance. You went from having very little to having so much more, and that's no coincidence. The universe has been rewarding you for making the right choice, for choosing to leave behind a situation that wasn't serving you. While this person from your past is struggling, you're thriving, you've stepped into a new phase of life, one where you're winning. It's clear that leaving them was the best thing you could have done for yourself. When you were with them, your potential was held back. But once you decided to walk away, doors started opening for you. Opportunities came your way, and your life began to change in amazing ways. It's also possible that this person was involved in some dark things that you didn't know about. Maybe they dabbled in black magic or had people around them who were helping them do things that weren't right. You probably had no idea at the time because they kept it hidden so well. But now the truth is coming to light. Whatever they were involved in, it didn't work out for them in the end. They're facing the consequences of their actions because they messed with the wrong person. They didn't realize that you are someone who is chosen and protected by higher forces. If you have a child with this person, you may have shared a deep connection with them at one point, but since you left, you've been glowing. People around you have noticed the difference. They can see how much you've changed, how much stronger and happier you've become. When you were with this person, it's like your light was dimmed, but now that you're free from their influence, you're shining brighter than ever. They were hiding their true self from you, and because of that, you couldn't see everything that was going on. You didn't know what they were really up to, but now that you're out of the situation, everything is becoming clear. You've gained a new perspective, and you realize that you're better off without them. You found the strength to move on, and that's something to be proud of. You've forgiven them for the things they did, and you've forgiven yourself for not seeing the truth sooner. It's important to remember that we all learn and grow, and sometimes it takes time to see things for what they really are. Now you're in a much better place. Your energy is strong and is sacred. You're protecting yourself in ways you might not have been able to before. You're wiser now, and you've learned valuable lessons from this experience. If you're single right now, don't worry. Your true soulmate is coming into your life soon. This person from your past wasn't meant to be your forever person. They were pretending to be something they weren't, and now you can see through their act. The real love that's meant for you is on its way and is going to be much more fulfilling than anything you've experienced before. God has someone special in store for you, someone who will love and appreciate you for who you truly are. As for the person from your past, they're going through a rough time and they don't understand why. They don't realize that the reason they're struggling is because they messed with someone who is protected by powerful forces. They thought they could treat you poorly and get away with it, but the universe doesn't work that way. When you hurt someone who is chosen, there are consequences, and now they're facing those consequences. They're stuck in the past, thinking about the love you shared and the memories you created together. But the thing is, they can't reach you anymore. You've moved on, and you're not the same person you were when you were with them. You've grown and you've changed for the better. Now, they realize too late that they've lost something precious. You're like a dream to them now, something they can remember but never have again. They thought they could play games with your heart and still keep you around, but you've shown them that you're stronger than that. You've shown them that you're not someone to be taken lightly. Now, they have to live with the regret of losing you. They're stuck in their own misery while you're moving forward with your life, ready to embrace all the good things that are coming your way. In the end, this experience has made you stronger, wiser, and more prepared for the future. You've let go of what no longer serves you, and now you're stepping into a new chapter of your life. Your true love is on the horizon, and the person from your past is left behind, unable to touch the life you're building for yourself. You've won, and now it's time to fully embrace your victory. They wish they could be with you again, but the sad truth is that they no longer have access to you. To them, you are now like a distant dream, something they can't quite touch or reach anymore. Once upon a time, they had you in their life, and now it's almost impossible for them to believe that they had to let you go. They look back on the past and feel a deep sense of regret. They took you for granted when they had the chance, and now they find themselves missing you more than they ever expected. Now, they secretly watch you from afar. Maybe they check your social media or ask mutual friends about you. While they remain stuck in the past, thinking about everything they lost, you've moved on. You're focused on yourself, on your career, on your family, and on your future. Your life has taken a new direction, one that doesn't include them anymore. You're building something solid for yourself, and you're no longer available for the people or situations that held you back. They see your growth, your success, and how you're moving forward, and it makes them realize just how far away they are from you now. They can't help but compare everyone else to you. They try to find someone like you in other people, hoping to replace the connection they lost, but it's never the same. No one measures up to you. Every new relationship or encounter just reminds them of what they had and lost. They're left with this empty feeling, knowing that no one else can fill the space you once occupied in their life. In trying to find you in others, they are constantly reminded of their mistake. They think they can move on, but in reality, they're stuck, trapped in memories of you. The person they're with now is not what they thought they would be. They ended up with someone who reflects their own problems back at them, someone who isn't genuine. This new person they chose doesn't offer the same support or understanding that you did. Instead of finding happiness, they are faced with a lot of the same issues they thought they were escaping. It's almost like they ended up with someone who mirrors the problems they need to work on themselves. And now, instead of moving forward, they're stuck in a cycle of regret. They regret losing you and it weighs on them heavily. They wish they could turn back time and make different choices. They wish they had treated you better, been more appreciative, and not let you slip away. But the reality is that it's too late now. You're out of their reach and you've moved on to better things. You've grown and they can see that. While they're stuck in the past, you're living your best life, focused on your future. They know deep down that they lost something irreplaceable, and now they're left to deal with the consequences of their decisions. All they have left are memories of the past. They replay those moments over and over again, thinking about the times they were with you, the laughter you shared, and the good memories you created together. But those memories are just that, memories. They no longer have the opportunity to create new ones with you, and that realization is incredibly painful for them. The more they think about it, the more they regret letting you go. They can't help but feel that their life would be better if you were still a part of it. Lately, they've even been trying to connect with you in ways that go beyond the physical world. Since they can't reach you in real life, they're trying to connect with you spiritually. It's almost as if they're sending out signals, hoping that somehow through dreams or feelings they can reach you. If you've been dreaming about an ex or someone from your past, that could be why. It's a sign that they're trying to make contact with you on a spiritual level, hoping to get through to you in ways they couldn't before. But this is where you need to be cautious. While it might seem harmless, their energy could be negative, especially if they're still stuck in the past and holding on to regret. You need to protect yourself from that. Staying strong in prayer can help you shield yourself from their negative energy. Prayer has a powerful way of keeping you grounded and protected. It's important that you continue to focus on yourself and not allow their energy to pull you back into the past. You've moved forward and you deserve to keep progressing without being weighed down by someone else's regrets. If you feel their energy around you, if you notice that their thoughts are somehow clinging to you, it's important to take action. One thing you can do is read Psalms 35 and 91 before you go to bed. These two passages are known for their protective power. Psalms 35 asks for protection from enemies and those who wish to do harm, while Psalms 91 speaks of God's protection over you. Reading these prayers can help you cleanse your spirit and keep the negativity from affecting you. It's also important to remember that those who envy you will often watch you closely. Just because someone isn't actively in your life doesn't mean they're not paying attention to you. They watch from behind, keeping an eye on your success and your growth. But that's all they can do. They can only watch as you continue to rise. Your success is a reminder to them of what they lost. And while they may envy you, they no longer have any control or influence over your life. You've done the hard work of moving forward, and it's important to protect the peace you've created. You don't need to let their energy or their regrets pull you back. You are on a path of success, and as long as you stay focused, you will continue to thrive. Their negativity, their regret, and their longing for the past cannot touch you as long as you keep your focus on where you're going. This message is meant to bring you peace and clarity. It's a reminder that you've come so far and you don't need to look back. You are protected, you are guided, and you are on the right path. Whenever you feel the weight of someone's energy trying to pull you down, remember that you have the power to stay strong. Keep praying, keep focusing on your goals, and keep moving forward. Until next time, may divine blessings continue to surround you and guide you. Stay strong, stay focused, and know that you are protected from any negativity that tries to come your way. You are on the right path, and nothing can stop your progress.